Boxing fans, brace yourselves, because behind the scenes, there's a storm brewing that smells like desperation, dollar signs, and heavyweight drama. Eddie Hearn is practically on his knees trying to drag Tyson Fury out of retirement, and it's not just about pride, it's about survival for Anthony Joshua's fading career. Eddie Hearn recently made an emotional plea, pushing for the long-awaited clash between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. He described the matchup as the final cherry on top of both fighters' legendary careers. But the timing of this plea raises eyebrows. Anthony Joshua, once a dominating force, is clearly not the same fighter anymore. Hearn knows it, the fans know it, and likely AJ knows it too. This fight isn't about legacy anymore. It's about one last massive payday before the lights go out for good. Fury's known for loving the spotlight and never turning down a lucrative offer, and Hearn is banking on that. He's hoping that the Gypsy King's craving for a fat paycheck and showmanship lifestyle will be enough to pull him off his throne and into the ring. But the truth is, Hearn is out of attractive opponents for Joshua. The excitement around AJ is fading, and there's no bigger name left that could bring in the kind of global attention and cash that a Fury fight would deliver. It's a last-ditch effort to keep the Joshua brand alive. The decision now lies with Tyson Fury. Hearn admitted it's not about pressure or public call-outs. This is a waiting game, and only Fury can decide whether this fight happens. But the chances of Fury stepping back into the ring without an enormous financial incentive are slim to none. He's living lavishly in retirement, and unless someone offers him $200 million or more, there's little reason for him to risk his health, reputation, or comfort. It would take a mountain of money to bring him back, and that mountain doesn't seem to be forming anytime soon. And even if the money was somehow raised, there's another challenge: the audience. While UK fans would love to see this clash of giants, American audiences just aren't buying into the hype. To them, this fight is between two past-their-prime heavyweights who padded their records against over-the-hill champions and second-tier fighters. The moment they stepped into the ring with top-tier talent, the myth faded. That's why US pay-per-view numbers are unlikely to make this fight profitable enough to tempt Fury. Despite it all, Hearn remains hopeful. He insists Fury is still training, staying in shape, and just one decision away from making history. But if Hearn really wants to make it happen, he needs to stop appealing to emotions and legacy and start flashing numbers. Fury doesn't care about fairy tale endings. He cares about generational wealth, about being the king not just of the ring, but of the bank. If Hearn can promise him a payday that creates a dynasty, only then might Fury start lacing up those gloves again. Eddie Hearn knows exactly what's at stake. This isn't just another boxing match. This is about resurrecting the myth of Anthony Joshua one last time before it vanishes for good. With AJ no longer the unbeatable force he once was, this Fury fight is his last shot at relevance. Hearn sees it clearly. If Joshua doesn't get a blockbuster like this, the curtain might drop on his career without a standing ovation. Behind the scenes, insiders believe Hearn isn't just looking to make history, he's looking to cash out. Joshua's stock has been dropping after multiple defeats, and his next loss could wipe out any chance of him headlining again. What better way to exit than with a mega fight against the Gypsy King, raking in millions in the process? That's the unspoken truth. This fight is AJ's final jackpot before the doors close on an era. But Tyson Fury isn't stupid. He knows his name is the biggest bargaining chip in boxing. He's not going to be lured out of retirement by nostalgia or some legacy narrative. Fury's already danced with the devil inside the ring too many times. If he's going to do it again, it has to come with generational money, something that turns his return into a financial empire move, not just another belt chase. Meanwhile, fans are split. UK supporters are buzzing for the showdown, but others are rolling their eyes. To them, this feels more like a PR stunt than a meaningful matchup. There's a growing belief that the real window for this fight closed years ago when both men were at their peaks. Now, it's starting to feel like a washed-up version of what could have been the greatest British heavyweight clash of all time. Still, with the right marketing spin and a juicy enough purse, this fight could explode in the spotlight. It might not have the same weight it would have had in 2020, but it still has enough fire to shake up the division.